What is going on, everybody? This is France, and we are back again for Monday Night Raw review for April 23rd, 2018. We are on the road to Backlash, but before that, we have the Greatest Royal Rumble this Sunday. Not this Sunday, I'm sorry, this Friday at noon Eastern. Of course, I will be here for that. Oh boy, we're going to Saudi Arabia to give Roman Reigns his moment in the sun. They did start the show off with a wonderful 10-bell salute to Bruno Sammartino with an opening package. And by the way, there is a celebration of Bruno Sammartino's life on the WWE Network right after Monday Night Raw. I will check that out tomorrow, probably because I have this to do, and then I'm probably going to sleep before I do everything tomorrow. Anyway, this show started off with some of the worst and most pathetic things I have ever heard WWE. I thought we were going well before. WWE using plants to cheer Roman Reigns? Are you kidding me? Not like, oh my god, this was fucking pathetic. I cannot believe they went this route. Plants to go up and give Roman Reigns some cheers. And you could tell they were plants because you hear Roman's name, I believe, mentioned by Paul Heyman, I think the first or second time, and then you hear, Roman, and then Kevin Dunn in the back points to a select section of fans, the only quote-unquote fans to actually be cheering for Roman. It's like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. Do they think we're this stupid? Can they go any lower? I thought going into Saudi Arabia was low enough to try and get this guy over, but this right here, they want to try and get Roman Reigns to be a over babyface. This is not how to do this. Going across country to get him cheered across the world to get him cheered in another country, and paying people to sit there and chant Roman's name to try and get this fucking guy over. And are you sure this is the guy? You didn't have to do this for Hogan. You didn't have to do this for Cena. Sure as hell didn't have to do this for The Rock, Stone Cold, or anybody else. Mick Foley either, but Mick Foley wasn't the guy, but you know what I'm saying. He was over like Rover. This is got to be the single most pathetic thing I have ever heard WWE do. They are just shoving Roman Reigns down your throat. We're not accepting it, so fine. You don't want to cheer Roman Reigns? I'll pay people to cheer Roman. Then now stroke my ego. I'm like, this is pathetic. Like, seriously. Then, of course, we also had the main event being because we had a 10-man tag match last week, we have a 10-woman tag team match with the faces versus the heels. The entire women's division of 10 women, which is not a bad division if you think about it, except you have Sarah Logan, who is terrible on the mic. I can't listen to her with that fake country accent that she has. And she can't fucking, like, it's, we'll get to that promo later, but yeah. We had them, and we had Alexa Bliss and Mickie James, so against Nia Jax and Natalya, who for some reason is a babyface right now, but I see where they're going with that. It was obvious last week, and it's more obvious this week. Ember Moon, Bayley, and Sasha Banks. And I was thinking, I was like, so these two are on the same team again, and they're just going to be fine. And later on, they did have a little hype. Natalya went to hype these guys up, and in the back, Bayley and Sasha Banks were still there. Sasha Banks turns to Bayley. Bayley just doesn't want to have healed from her and walks off. So they're still pulling that tension, even though they really didn't play it up in the match. So. And of course, the match ended how I figured it's probably going to be, because somebody wasn't there showing the entire night until the end. This night just shows how bad WWE wants Roman Reigns over. We also had Kevin and Sami Zayn bring the Sami and Kevin show, which we'll get to that later. That was kind of funny. We had the Deleters of World, the Leaders of Worlds, and tag team action. We had the Miztourage, yes, they're still called the Miztourage for whatever fucking reason, why are they still the Miztourage, and why are they still using the Miz's music? This is as bad as an Absolution last week, when Paige, the night after WrestleMania, comes out and retires from in-ring competition, even though she's been technically retired since January. They come out to her music still. Now, this time, you have, you can call it Absolution if you want. Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville. You can call it whatever the fuck you want. You still want to be Absolution? Give them different music. Don't keep using Paige's music. Yes, they're on SmackDown now, but that's not the point. Then you have Bo Dallas, Curtis Axel, 2 times trying to become buddies with Seth Rollins and buddies with Finn Balor. That doesn't go well for them either. But That's just them. I don't know what they're going to do with those two, but after the night, they're still garbage. Bobby Roode faced off against Elias in a match that looks like Bobby Roode is going absolutely nowhere unless what happened after the night leads to his eventual heel turn, because it needs to happen soon. Faced Bobby Roode, except for one time in his career when it was Immortal versus the Fortune, has always been a great fucking heel, not a good babyface. So get this guy heel soon. Hopefully what happened after tonight starts building towards a heel turn, because Bobby Roode desperately needs a change of character, and being a heel babyface is not working out for him. Let's see what else he had tonight. We'll get into everything else later. Okay, let me see here. We had... Oh, that was funny. Let me see. Yeah, Ziggler and McIntyre had a match. We'll show you the promo. Like, the promo should be on here too. We'll play that promo afterwards, because Drew McIntyre just laid down the law and preached what everybody in the community has been saying about a lot of guys who just feel like they're complacent and are just collecting a paycheck. And I love what he said, and you're going to have to hear it for yourself. It is great, and hopefully this guy, by this time next year, is a world champion, or in 2019 could be a world champion, because this guy just showed why he is that fucking good. Jinder Mahal and Chad Gable had a match too. Jinder Mahal went into the back and told Kurt Angle, like, Chad Gable was in the lock, was with Kurt Angle. They had a little conversation until Jinder Mahal came in. He made fun of him, called him a grown-up Nicholas, called him Vern Troyer. Rest in peace, Vern Troyer, not funny. And then they ended up having a match, which Chad Gable again showed, well, it is Jinder Mahal, so he did the best he could, but showed why he should be pushed at least to the Intercontinental title a couple times in his career. And let me see here. Well, Owens and Zayn end up having a match off of what they do with their show. We'll talk about that later. And Baron Corbin, of course, makes his presence known and shows a certain new superstar why you don't pull a Johnny Gargano and turn your back to the stage. As I mentioned, they opened the show with the Bruno Sammartino in memory of, and then they had everybody, and a lot of people were wearing Living Legends or Bruno Sammartino t-shirts, which are probably new and probably on WWEshop.com now. So if you're a Bruno Sammartino fan, if I'm sure that's what that shirt was, go get that before it sold out. Did the 10 bell salute, which Kevin Nash said on Twitter halfway through Raw. I noticed it, that why are we giving 10 bell salutes to like passed away wrestlers? It's boxers who get counted out at 10. We get knocked out. When they get knocked down, they're counted down to 10. We as wrestlers, and this is Kevin Nash's words, pretty much said, we get counted out at 3. So a three long-winded, like you go ding, hold it up, ding, hold it up, and ding, like not like in succession. 3 would suffice. He's just, it's Kevin Nash's opinion. What are your thoughts on that? They did the 10 bell salute, and then a nice little video package to Bruno Sammartino, and then out comes Brock Lesnar and Paul Heyman. There were some boos, it seemed like, in St. Louis, but when it gets later in the promo, I can understand why. This got fucking pathetic, and it's the same old shit, different week for Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns, and it's got to stop.
Brock Lesnar does not gloat. Brock Lesnar conquers. Paul Heyman gloats over the fact that Brock Lesnar in multiple F5s left Roman Reigns in a heap like some piece of Samoan trash to be thrown out the next morning, and pitting him in the biggest WrestleMania of all time.
No. Could have been, should have been, but wasn't. Not even close to the biggest WrestleMania of all time. That's still WrestleMania 17? Bar none.
And none of this means anything to Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar does not dwell in the past, even when the past is only 2 weeks ago at WrestleMania. Brock Lesnar looks forward to the future, especially when the future is this Friday in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia at the greatest Royal Rumble event, when Brock Lesnar, who so craves to be in a UFC fight, he will now get on a private jet and fly across the world to the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia for the mere opportunity to be locked inside of a cage with Roman Reigns.
You just hear that off to the side. You just hear woo, like from fake fans. This is pathetic.
I mean, come on! The odds are stacked against Roman Reigns, even more so in WrestleMania. That's not a prediction. That's a spoiler. You are stepping into the cage with the greatest cage fighter in the history of the Broctagon. And when Brock Lesnar gets done with Roman Reigns inside the cage this Friday night in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, Brock Lesnar is going to shred Roman Reigns piece by piece, limb from limb. But when Roman Reigns doesn't come back to the United States, the Universal Champion, Roman Reigns comes back to the United States in multiple boxes as a former WWE superstar and a victim at the hands of the reigning, defending, undisputed Universal Champion.
They cut it out. They cut out the Roman chants from the Roman cheering from the fake fans. Even WWE knew that was a bad idea. That everybody in the fan in this just saw right through it. That whoa that you hear was the start of Roman, 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 Roman. They panned over to a couple fans, and it was just these 4 or 5 people right here with microphones. They had to have microphones. On like one of those small little microphones you see like everybody on like NBA TV or one of those guys sit there using, like they could just say, because their voices were more audible than everybody else's, so it sounded like they were forced and that it was a lot louder than everybody else who was actually booing this entire thing, because everybody in the audience who's a real fan is sick and tired of this shit. The sooner they can get this over with, because we all know it's coming. Vince McMahon is never going to lose faith in Roman Reigns, even though clearly you have to sink so fucking low as to pay or use people down from the Performance Center who hasn't made it to the NXT road yet and indie people who we don't know who they are because we don't live in St. Louis, to sit there and actually cheer Roman Reigns in the most pathetic way I have ever seen. This was a cheap attempt. They also cut out the fact that Brock Lesnar insinuated that Brock Lesnar was the one who gave Roman Reigns another championship match because Brock Lesnar wants to go to Saudi Arabia and beat Roman Reigns down so bad that he gets put into multiple boxes because he's gonna dismantle him. They left that out conveniently. Then of course Roman Reigns comes out. You're like, oh, it's going to be another same old,
I don't know how I'm going to get back, but I do know one thing, St. Louis.
Now you want to give him the Mick Foley cheap pop as well to get that. Oh my God, he set us down. Oh my God, I got to cheer for Roman Reigns. He said St. Louis. I'm from St. Louis. Give me a fucking break. I don't like cheap pop first and foremost from anybody. It's kind of fucking pathetic. It worked for Mick Foley because that was just his gimmick. But the cheap pop thing just doesn't work anymore for me. It was a Mick Foley thing. It should have stayed a Mick Foley thing. Let's just leave it at that.
I'm coming home with that title. And you can believe that.
That's American, that is that. Nothing. Like, no confrontation, no beatdown, no fight or anything. This whole time, you're sitting there for weeks after you win the Elimination Chamber, and you just want to get your hand on Brock Lesnar. And when he shows up a couple weeks after you, like when you're suspended, you want to beat him up, but no, you get arrested. And then the next week, you two fight a little bit. And then the go-home show, you get a couple Superman punches on him. Oh, now it's all cool and everything? You're just going to sit there and say your piece and not, actually retaliate on Brock Lesnar? That sounds like a dumb idea. Again, Vince McMahon, I don't know how much more we had to say this, but Roman is not the guy. Did you have to use plants? Do you have people chanting, Cena, Cena, Cena? No. Did you have to pay people to chant Hulkamania, like for Hulk Hogan in the 80s? No. Bret Hart, because he was the standard bearer in the new era, even though that was a shitty era. Did you have to use plants for that? No. Why do you have to go stoop so low to get this guy over and it's not working? You clearly cut that entire section out of the WWE YouTube video for that because you don't want people to hear it. The fact that it's clearly obvious that these guys are being forced to chant Roman and probably making a nice little dime, making a couple bucks on it too, if they're not like actual wrestlers who work for the company, or people from the office who work for the company. It could be a couple people who work for the office just dressed in regular plain clothes sitting there chanting Roman because it's like, damn, damn, Vince, what are we going to do now to get Roman over? We tried making him shoot and tell the truth, but nobody bought it. Done. See those 5 people right there? Pay them money. Tell them to chant Roman Reigns. I don't care how much it takes. Pay them. Pay them. I don't know what else to say. It's just pathetic. I never thought I would see WWE stoop so low to get one person over. Sacrifice the entire locker room. Sacrifice a fucking pay-per-view called WrestleMania to try and get this guy over. And nothing works. They want sympathy for the man because he got his ass kicked at WrestleMania. That ain't gonna happen. They did nothing tonight to give you any reason to care about Roman Reigns. Having 4 or 5 fucking people sit there with microphones obviously attached to them chanting Roman, Roman, Roman did not fucking help a damn thing. The WWE trying to get this guy over is doing everything they can to sabotage their own top guy. For stooping so low. This is the thing. They honestly, Vince McMahon is so fucking stupid and doesn't understand. You doing this shit and you're hurting your own cause. You should have just put the title on Roman at WrestleMania. Take the backlash you're gonna get. Turn the motherfucker heel the next night. Having him just say, I did this for you guys and you don't give a shit about me. Fuck the fans. I don't give a shit. I'm turning my back on you because you turned your back on me. And you could have had a monster heel. This is not going to work ever. Having him shoot from the hip when it's all a bunch of bullshit. Having him come out and complain the night after WrestleMania that he didn't know about his title match. He didn't know about a steel cage match. First and foremost, I don't care who's in the steel cage match. If I feel like I can beat them, why am I complaining about getting another title match when clearly I don't deserve one? I got beat clean, got my ass kicked, got my head busted open. And that means that I'm still getting a title shot because this guy wants to go again. Well, the cage is going to be closed. Why don't you put a chain on that and make it so the only way you can escape is over the top of the cage? That I can see them doing in Saudi Arabia. We'll talk about that on Thursday. But let me chain this freaking door up so there's only one way to escape, and that's over the cage. And until then, I'm going to beat the holy hell out of this guy. He got me at Mania. I'm going to give him repercussions. But no, let him come out, whine and cry and complain because nobody told me. Which, give me a fucking break. It's on the fucking run sheet when we come to WrestleMania. We know you're scripted, Roman. They're not letting you legitimately shoot from the hip. Everything you say comes out of probably Road Dogg or Vince McMahon's mouth. Off a piece of paper that Vince McMahon wrote. They are not fooling anybody with those fucking plants. That was ridiculous. Yes, Paul Heyman felt like they felt like St. Louis for Paul Heyman and Brock Lesnar was 50-50. That could have been just them putting in booze, so I can't say that much. But that entire segment of them pretty much sitting there and having these plants just sit there and chant Roman, Roman, Roman made me fucking sick. Like, so many people wanted probably turn the TV off right after that because that was 100% the most pathetic thing I have ever seen WWE do in a long time. What else do they expect? Nobody wants to see Roman Reigns win the WWE Universal Championship. Why would we want to? This guy is clearly not the guy. I don't know what else of his to say when we get back on Monday. You know what would be funny? We get the Jeddah, he wins the title, and it's raining boos. Vince McMahon is out of options. What is he going to do? Throw money at the Saudi Arabians and say, please, 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 get on his hand and knees and like, please, please cheer for this guy, please? Nah, the only way I would cheer for Roman Reigns is if Vince McMahon came out and kissed my ass. Got on his fucking knees and begged and groveled for this because that motherfucker doesn't deserve it. Roman Reigns is just a failure. He is a failure. He is always going to be a failure, and it's Vince McMahon's fault. I watched, and this is the thing, I watched a triple threat match between Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins, and Raquel, which was Roman Reigns' first name, something like that, I think is what it was, for Championship Wrestling on the WWE Network. And the Roman Reigns who wrestled in that match actually does a better job at working than the Roman Reigns we see now. Why can't we have that guy? There was a video clip a couple months ago, or like last month or so, I saw Roman Reigns as a heel. Suit, tie, cell phone, talking about, this is my time, some interview guy, I have no idea, somebody who didn't make it in the WWE very far, and he's like, finally, after weeks in the making, here's Roman Reigns, and Roman, as a heel, comes in and is like, this is my time, you're going to focus on me, and then his phone goes off, which he needs to change that phone case if he's going to do that, and then he just, gets a phone call and then walks off, and I'm like, where's this guy? Why are we getting this guy getting shoved down our throats who is not believable 100% at all? Let Triple H, and I'm going to say this dead honest, turn this guy heel and give Triple H the reins on Roman Reigns and see what he can do with this guy. Because clearly in NXT, Triple H knew what he was doing with the heel Roman Reigns. Vince McMahon doesn't know what to do with a babyface. He doesn't. Vince McMahon thinks he knows everything. Vince McMahon thinks he's a massive genius. And he's not anymore. Too many headshots, too many concussions, too many everything. Vince McMahon needs to be put down and taken out of the WWE for good. This is enough of this, and it's over. Vince McMahon has to go. 100%. Vince McMahon has to go. In order for Roman Reigns to do and to succeed in this business, and he's a 3 or 4 time WWE champion. He's a Grand Slam champion. He held the United States Championship and the Intercontinental Championship within the span of a year. Yeah, did you see how he fucking held those titles? Oh, let me just throw it over my shoulder like it's a bag of garbage, or it's a bag of laundry. That's how he carried those 2 titles. He had no respect for those championships whatsoever. This guy is never going to be what Vince McMahon wants. He's not the guy. Stop being cowards, put the title on him, and just deal with the backlash. It's going to need to happen one way or another. Turn him heel, or just get this shit over with, because this is enough. Now, if they wanted to really fuck things up, they could really, if they wanted to, have Roman Reigns turn heel at Saudi Arabia or next Monday Night on Raw. But we probably won't see that. That's in Toronto next week, by the way. So they do it for Roman, and I have nothing else I can say until Thursday when we do our preview predictions. So there is that. Let's move on here. Sami and Kevin show with Kurt Angle later tonight, and then announced the 10-woman tag match: Heroes versus Faces. Obviously, Bobby Roode versus Elias, my bad. Elias almost says, "Hello, I am Elias," and then you hear the keyboard, the piano of Bobby Roode. He's like, "Oh, come on, you got to be kidding me." Match ends with a glorious DDT reversed into a pinning combination by Roode for a 2. Blockbuster by Roode, but Elias throws out of the ring. Roode goes outside, tosses Elias back in. Roode goes to get back in the ring. Elias, self-aware, grabs Bobby Roode's arm that's in the ring, yanks him. He goes shoulder first into the top rope. He gets pulled in, and Elias Elias beats him 1, 2, 3 for a clean victory for the roll-up. No tights, no nothing. So Bobby Roode loses his first match on WWE's Raw the week after coming over from the Super Bowl. His first singles match, I should say. His first singles match, he loses clean. So, what I say is that if they want to put Bobby Roode on a losing streak and then that just pisses him off as he goes, he can't catch a break, he's losing left and right. He gets in a tag team match, he takes the fall. He gets in a regular match, he gets beat clean. He gets beat by roll-ups, he gets beat by foot on the rope, and it's just eating away at him. And then eventually he turns heel by attacking Seth Rollins or Finn Balor or some babyface. Give this guy a little bit of a losing streak to give him a chance to build up that it starts eating him away on the inside, that he just can't do it and he needs to change. And then have him go out, wrestle a match against somebody, and cheat to win. It's like, well, things have got to change, so I'm going to go out there. He wins by tights, like rolling up the tights, or foot on the rope, something like that. One of those two things. And then Bobby Roode just continues to cheat. Charlie Caruso over there is like, Bobby, what is going on with you? Why are you doing these underhanded tactics? And he gives his explanation in only the way Bobby Roode can. And then he becomes a full-fledged heel, capturing the Intercontinental title away from Seth Rollins, in my opinion, eventually, or whoever's going to be the face as the champion. And then he becomes an Intercontinental champion who doesn't always weasel his way out, but always retains that title for a good while, and then eventually could go up against Roman Reigns would have to lose the Universal title before Bobby Roode could get his hands on it if they wanted to have a heel, because Bobby Roode will be cheered no matter what when it comes to going up against Roman Reigns. Everyone is. The Leaders of Worlds versus the Ascension, another team that's been buried beyond repair. Match ends with a Twist of Fate slam combo for a 3 count, and the winners of the Leaders of Worlds. The Sami and Kevin show is up next, and this one is just like you think it's just like any good old show with the guys of Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens, because Miz went to SmackDown, so Miz TV goes with him, so they needed to have a show for SmackDown for Monday Night Raw. And, of course, Stephanie McMahon undermining Kurt Angle gave us Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn to the Monday Night Raw crew. And then, of course, give them their own show. They have pictures of them beating up Shane McMahon, a picture of them dragging Shane McMahon to the back, a old Raw-looking logo which says Sami and Kevin show from the Attitude Era, the Raw's War logo, but it says Sami and Kevin show. And then, of course, a table, judge's table from American Idol or something, with 2 microphones and 2 chairs.
Picked as the crown jewels of this show by none other than Stephanie McMahon. What you're seeing right now is probably rubbing our guest the wrong way. We've talked about this. And I'm sorry I get carried away. You're right. Tonight's about new beginnings, fresh starts. So as a token of appreciation for our guests, we actually came up with a little song. Okay. So you ready? Yeah, just like we practice? Just like we practice. Ready? Start us off. And a 1, and a 2, and a 1, 2, 3, 4. You suck! You suck! You suck! You suck! You suck! Now everybody sing along, and let's welcome our Raw General Manager, Kurt Angle. Well, I wouldn't quit your day jobs.
Then Kurt Angle comes out, and he comes in the ring, and Kevin Owens is like, oh my god, I forgot, how rude can we be? He reaches under the desk and pulls out a blue and white striped lawn chair for Kurt Angle. Fucking hilarious. I thought that was just a great little spot.
Kurt's just obviously still a little bitter about last week, and why wouldn't be? I can't blame him. We got off on the wrong foot. And besides, I'd probably be better as well if somewhere in Stamford, Connecticut, my boss had my manhood in a little jar.
That's a good one.
Of course, we're kidding. Kurt, we're kidding. Look, everybody has disagreements with their bosses. I mean, take a look at us on SmackDown. We were smack dab in the middle of what I guess you could call a toxic work environment. Oh, yeah. It came to the point where
We were practically victims of an outright conspiracy at the hands of none other than Shane McMahon.
Yeah. Needless to say, he had a personal vendetta with both of us.
Yeah, that's why I had to take matters into my own hands. Or should I say head. And crack the skull of none other than, you may have heard of him, Mr. McMahon.
Now that was amazing, but that must mean that Stephanie McMahon,
Your boss,
either really appreciates our talents,
distinct possibility,
or
there's an or
she must really dislike you.
Well, I wouldn't blame her if she did. If it wasn't for me, she'd still have Ronda Rousey under her thumb, and Stephanie would still have full use of her arm.
Kurt, I don't want to be the one to tell you how to live. You do you, but I'm just saying if it were me, I probably wouldn't brag about something like that.
Yeah, especially considering everybody knows how desperately you need this job.
Yeah, what do you got, like 5 kids?
Actually, it's 6. See, right there's your mistake. You forgot Jason Jordan.
Yeah, never mind. It's Jason Jordan's his quote-unquote son. I still want to know where they're going to go with that when Jason Jordan comes back. Seriously.
No big deal. For years, Kurt kind of forgot about him, too.
That's right, Kurt. Tonight's not about the past. Tonight's about the future. Tonight, Kurt, is about what you are going to do to give us the opportunity to maximize the investment that your boss, Stephanie McMahon, has made in us. So what's that going to be?
Well, I appreciate the way you guys have treated me. You have been very endearing to me, and I want to repay you. Which is exactly what I'm going to do at the Greatest Royal Rumble, because I'm going to be in that match. So will Daniel Bryan.
Look on Sammy's face.
And also Chris Jericho.
Well,
And every other superstar you've endeared over the years. But that's Friday. This is Monday Night Raw. And I would love to repay you guys tonight as well. So tonight, you're going to have a tag team match. And your opponents will be Bobby Lashley and Braun Strowman.
And Sami Zayn and Sami Zayn are not happy about that one bit. We'll get to that later because that match went about as well as you thought it was going to be. I was hoping for a little bit of a tea, like a little bit of, what do we want to call it, a swerve for some sake, but of course we didn't get that. So there's always going to be that. Then we had Drew McIntyre and Dolph Ziggler versus Titus Worldwide Team Catering, as we all know. Not too much of the match, Titus Worldwide got his ass kicked pretty much. Titus O'Neil really I don't think Titus O'Neil even got in the match. But then after the match was the part that you want to talk about. Charlie Caruso's in the ring asking Dolph Ziggler, you came back and you said the only thing changed is that you didn't come alone. Why did you bring Drew McIntyre back? And this is a great fucking promo.
I think everyone here knows why I brought this man with me. Since day one, no one's ever had my back, and now I got him watching my back. And this guy, did you see what he just did? This man right here is dangerous.
He's right. I am dangerous. I'm especially dangerous to a locker room that's apparently gone soft. I look around, I see no fire, no ambition, people just collecting checks, and it makes me sick.
Preach, my brother, preach.
This is what a superstar looks like. This is how a superstar speaks, and I got all the credentials in the world to back it up. And you can trust me when I tell you, the times are a-changing. I'm not what WWE wants. I am the wake-up call and reality check this place desperately needs.
We don't give a damn about stealing the show because this right here, this is the show.
Mic drop, and they're out. That is exactly what everybody in the IWC has been saying for a lot of guys. Including, I think even Kenny Omega said something about that for a lot of guys in the WWE, is that they're soft and they just want to collect the paycheck. Definitely true. Tyler Breeze, Fandango, The Ascension all fall into this tree because they really don't even care about being there. They just, I don't know, they go out there, they have a 2-minute match, they collect the paycheck half the time, they're not even on TV, they just collect the paycheck and they don't care. That guy, Drew McIntyre, spells WWE Universal Champion by the end of this year in my book. If you don't have this guy winning championship after championship after championship by the end of this year, WWE has sadly missed the boat with this guy, because this guy deserves and has worked his ass off to get back here. And no, I do not at all want to see a 3MB reunion. Period. Yes, I know Slater, Mahal, and Drew McIntyre are all on the same roster, but they better not even come close to doing anything for 3MB. Okay, the only thing they should do for 3MB is have all three guys in the middle of the ring look like they're about to reunite for a day or something, and then Drew McIntyre destroy both Jinder Mahal and Heath Slater and saying, that was my past, this is my future, and I don't need these two. Plain and simple. Of course, McIntyre and Ziggler won their match with the Claymore into the zigzag, which is brutal as fuck looking. Definitely an awesome move. In the back, we see Chad Gable with Kurt Angle. Kurt Angle, he does ask Kurt Angle about Jason Jordan. He says Jason's coming back. He'll be back eventually. But he says, I did not bring you here to tag up with Jason Jordan. I brought you here as a singles competitor. And I want you to prove yourself here like you said you want to. Chad Gable's like, that's great because that's exactly what I want to do. And then, of course, Jinder Mahal comes in, bitching, moaning, whining, complaining that he wasn't ready for his title match last week, even though you came out in your fucking wrestling gear. If you weren't in your wrestling gear, Kurt Angle wouldn't have made that challenge. He would have probably set it up for later in the night, and you probably still would have lost. So, no excuses, Jinder Mahal, plain and simple. They had a match, Chad Gable versus Jinder Mahal. Sunil with the distraction, and Jinder Mahal shoves Gable off the swing steps as Chad Gable was coming to the ring, who, by the way, comes out to the Old American Alpha music since Shelton Benjamin kept their theme music with a green Shelton Benjamin on the Titantron, whatever. But Chad Gable's back to being Mr. American Alpha by himself. Bell rings and Gable all over Jinder with some shots in the corner, but Jinder hits him with a kick to the face. Jinder had control of this match for the majority of it because of the distraction at the beginning. But usually when you see this happen with a distraction at the beginning and a beatdown before the match, who's going to win the match most of the time? Gable sends Mahal onto the outside, but he eats a clothesline as we go to break with Gable bleeding a little bit from the mouth. Back, and Jinder has Gable in a headlock on the mat. Suplex by Mahal for a 2 count. Some shots to Mahal, but by Gable, who eats a stiff shot by Mahal. Then he gets tossed into the turnbuckle, and Mahal, he gets thrown chest first into the turnbuckle. That always looks like it hurts a good bit. Back on the attack, Gable fights back with Mahal with an elbow shot. Then on the ropes, he puts the pressure on Gable, then some knee drops until Gable gets the feet up, then the rolling kick, which was about the only offense he really got. Now going for the leg, Gable beat the hell out of Jinder Mahal's leg. I'm like, okay, he's going to go for a submission, dragon screw and all that good stuff. Then a dragon screw, then more shots to Mahal's leg. Gable gets hung up on the top rope, then a running knee to Gable. Match ends when Jinder goes for the Colossus, but Gable stops that, and he runs up the turnbuckle, looks like he's going to do a flip over, but he ends up falling back onto Jinder Mahal. 1, 2, 3, and Chad Gable beats Jinder Mahal with what was pretty much a fluke victory, if you want to call it that, because he just jumped up and fell back onto him, and Jinder Mahal wasn't able to get out. In the back, you have the Riot Squad talking to Renee Young, blah, 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 blah. Ruby Riot calls the Riot Squad a can of tear gas. And I'm going to agree, but not in the way she said it. They are a can of tear gas because when you throw tear gas into a room, you're going to swell, your eyes are going to well up, it's going to burn, and then you're going to try and get the fuck out of there. And that's how I feel every time these guys get on. It burns when I see them, that's so most of the time, outside of Ruby Riot, Liv Morgan and Sarah Logan, I should say. And then I just want to get the fuck out of here. That's what I mean when I think about the Riot Squad. Owens and Zayn versus Lashley and Strowman. This match was pretty much all Bobby Lashley versus Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens for the majority of it. They couldn't. If Strowman's going to be in tag team matches, you're going to expect this. He is the big monster among men, so whoever he teams up with is going, except for, of course, at WrestleMania. Let's not get into that. He's going to pretty much stay on the outside while his tag team partner takes all the heat. Then, of course, they'll have the big, huge tag. He'll go in there and clean house, which he did. This one, Strowman gets tagged in after Kevin Owens pulled him down. Strowman was pissed as fuck. Kevin Owens pretty much got ran over 2 times and then got hit with a drop kick. He was, passed out on the side. He looked like he was passed out drunk by the stairs by the time this was all over. Pretty much, Zayn got his ass kicked after that then. Get these hands chance, vertical suplex by Lashley, who tags in Strowman for the running power slam for the 3-count winnings of Lashley and Strowman. I was hoping, and I know it's just wishful thinking, Bobby Lashley is not a good babyface, plain and simple. He's not. He is not. He's bland, he's boring, and just, When he was walking Armageddon in TNA Impact, or Impact Wrestling, he was the quintessential heel. He would sit there and he didn't give a fuck about the fans. He just was checks and championships. That's what he needs to be. Just go out there. What is his actual finishing move going to be? Because Roman Reigns does the spear, and that was Bobby Lashley's finisher in Impact Wrestling. All he's done is a vertical suplex, stalling vertical suplex for a minute on Elias. He hit that in this match too on Sami Zayn. Then, of course, he tagged in Braun Strowman. They made a big deal about it this week, but Sami Zayn's not a small guy, but he's still not as big as if he would have had that stalling vertical suplex on Kevin Owens, I would have been impressed. But 2 big guys beat the hell out of Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens, and that was that. I was hoping it would have been the bell rings, and then Kevin Owens, not Kevin Owens, but Braun Strowman gets attacked from behind by Bobby Lashley. All 3 men team up and beat the hell out of him, and then we get Bobby Lashley versus Braun Strowman at Backlash. That's my thought. Wishful thinking, Baron Corbin, same promo for Baron Corbin that they had last week is shown, only he comes out this time. It was supposed to be No Way Jose versus Baron Corbin. Corbin comes out after No Way Jose with his conga line, the Rosebuds 2.0, and tells him, I see what's going on here. You have this conga line. That's going to be this way for them to, an excuse for 4, 5, or 6 guys come in and stop me from grinding you into the dirt. You want to have fun, you're all about fun. You know what my fun is, Jose? My fun is stopping other people's fun, as he liked to say. And then he's like, as long as you're hanging out with these guys, then I say, no way, Jose, and he leaves. Jose grabs a mic and said, hey, Baron Corbin doesn't want to fight, so it doesn't mean the party has to end. The music hits again, they start congaing, the conga line leaves, and then No Way Jose pulls a Johnny Gargano and turns his back to the stage. So he's out looking at the crowd towards the ring, and what else? Baron Corbin comes from behind and beats the holy hell out of him, and just beats him completely up. So Baron Corbin versus No Way Jose is probably going to happen at Backlash. Yawn. Pathetic moment number 2 of the night. Coming up next. A moment of bliss. Painting Alexa Bliss as a sympathetic figure is not going to fly. It is pathetic as hell, and this is what you have based around the Raw Women's Championship. Give me a fucking break. This is something I don't even want to hear. I had to turn it off because I just couldn't hear it, so I'm going to try and suffer it with you guys here, but this is just pathetic. The following is a published audio announcement. A moment of bliss.
Bullies thrive on silence. If you see someone being a bully, speak up. Don't be a silent accomplice. Trust me, it's not worth it. One time I was out with my former friend, Nia Jax, when this sweet old homeless lady approached us. The woman looked like she hadn't eaten in weeks. And
it's so bad.
The heart of gold. I gave her the rest of my burrito bowl.
Oh, it's so bad.
But Naya ripped the food away from this poor old woman and gobbled it all down right in front of her.
Oh.
I'll never forget the look of horror on that lady's face. And I'll never forget the sound of Naya just laughing and chewing.
Oh my god, this is so bad.
And I did nothing. And I'm gonna have to live with that for the rest of my life. Sasha, Bailey, Ember, Natalia, it's not too late for you. Don't be a silent accomplice to Naya's bullying. We can start tonight to make this world a better place together. And then I can finish it at Backlash by defeating Naya for the Raw Women's Championship and proving once and for all.
I can't. I'm sorry. No, thank you. Oh my god, that was so cringy. Oh my god, I apologize for even playing that. Oh my god, that was so bad. This is the woman who, right before WrestleMania, said she dropped a 300 plus pound weight of dead weight from her. She fat shamed and said she used Nia Jax left and fucking right, and now she's playing a sympathetic figure. Oh my god, that is so bad. Who the fuck is booking this? This is what the Raw Women's Championship is built around? Fat shaming and bullying? Are you fucking kidding me? Why is it not Bailey and Sasha Banks who want to be the best, have a blood feud going, like building, and want to be the best, wants to be the women's champion, what the championship should fucking be about? This is just so bad. Roman Reigns and Alexa Bliss are two of the worst characters on the main roster right now. Oh, I really just want to blow my head off because that was fucking pathetic. I just want to scrub my ears. That was bad. I am sorry if anybody has to sit through that. I'm sorry I even tried to play that. That was just bad. That was bad. Moving on. Seth and Finn Balor versus The Miztourage. Yes, they were still called The Miztourage. Don't fucking know why. This match came, of course, because Curtis Axel and Bo Dallas came to Seth Rollins, tried to become buddies with them, tried to build a new Shield. Nope. Then they go to Finn Balor. They try to be a part of the Balor Club, and nope. So these two feel miffed, and they want to take it out on Seth Rollins and Finn Balor. And is WWE creative this fucking lazy? This, of course, spends back to last week with Absolution. The week before, Paige retires. So what do? They come out next week with Absolution, and same colors, same music, nothing different. Now, same thing here. They're called The Miztourage, and we hear awesome, and it's Miz's music, and I'm like, is WWE creative this fucking lazy? You moving this just shows that they had no plans before going into the Superstar Shakeup. You didn't have any music for these guys. You're still calling them the Miztourage. Why? Miz is on SmackDown. They are on Raw. When you split a group up like this, you didn't have when AJ Styles and Gallows and Anderson were the Club. You called them the Club. When AJ Styles went to SmackDown in the draft and Gallows and Anderson went to Raw, you did not call them the Club anymore. You call them Gallows and Anderson. Why the fuck now is Absolution still using Paige's music, and why is the Miztourage still called the Miztourage and using the Miz's music? This is just WWE's laziness. Let's just throw this shit together at last minute and not have any plans for this stuff and have these two come in, try to butter up Seth Rollins, butter up Finn Balor when we know that's not going nowhere, and have them come out to the Miz's music and still be called the Miztourage. Why couldn't they just be Axel and Bo Dallas and Curtis Axel? Can't just do that? Is this laziness? Because it seems like it's laziness to me. Match ends with the blackout, then the coup de grace for the win, and Balor and Rollins win. So the fuck what? These two will be in a ladder match coming up on Friday. Really not too much build to this show at all, other than the Universal Championship match and That's about it. The Universal Championship match, and I guess a little bit of like talk from the leaders of Worlds or something. The commentators did as much as they could to build up the Greatest Royal Rumble, while the superstars other than Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar did not. So when you have JD from New York and others saying the Greatest Roman Rumble, you understand why, because there was nobody really built this show up. Minus those two, but minus that match. That is the only match that has any build to it whatsoever, and it's just blame. I don't know why they even bother. This and from what I've seen, this card is stacked, and this card and the building is going to have a WrestleMania feel. I'll get to that on Thursday. In the back, we have Natty hyping Ember Moon, Nia Jax, Bayley, and Sasha Banks, trying to get these guys all ready for the 10-woman tag match, which is coming up next. After she talks to Nia Jax and all these other women, they all leave except for Bayley and Sasha Banks. Bayley, of course, just has her arms crossed, looking like, I don't want to be in this. I don't want to be a part of this. I'm tired of dealing with Sasha Banks right now. And Sasha turns to her, looks like she's going to say something, and then Bayley walks away. The only negative to this, like I said earlier, is that there was no follow-up to this in the match. So, we get to the 10-woman tag match, typical 10-woman tag match, except for Natty has Mickie James into the sharpshooter. Looks like, this is going to be the end of this match. When Sarah Logan comes in, hits a chop block to Natty, who then pretty much gets her leg destroyed by Mickie James. She eventually tags out. Looks like she's getting ready to get out of the ring, but Mickie James drop kicks her. And then, of course, all hell breaks loose. It's 5-on-4. The match comes down to Rousey ends up coming out after Mickie James continuously beats down on Natalya's leg, or injured leg. Ronda Rousey comes out, chases Mickie James off for a moment. She goes to help slowly. This was just so weird. Like, Natty's down. Ronda Rousey grabs one of Natty's arms and just slowly pulls her. Mickie James probably missed her cue. She just, out of the blue, for like after a 2-3 minute wait, and it just looked awkward. She's like, I'm just holding you. I'm going to pull you up slowly. Mickie James drop kicks her. She comes into the ring, puts her in the armbar, snaps her arm, and Mickie James taps out. Of course, the UK tour coming up soon. Ronda Rousey will take on Mickie James in all 4 shows, or how many shows they're going to do. So the reason that they did that is because that's what's going to happen over in the UK, and they want to give the people in the UK who are watching this a little preview of what they're going to see. Rousey got a nice little pop. She wasn't seen at all until the very end, which is good. They are kind of keeping her special. Will we see Ronda Rousey wrestling match on Monday Night Raw in the near future? Honestly, I don't know, but she's been here. Like, here's the thing. She's been here every single week since, I think, the next to last show before WrestleMania, and she hasn't wrestled, but she's only been there for a segment or something else. She hasn't been like overexposed, I don't think. Even though she's been there every week, she's only been there for a few minutes. She's still getting that crowd pop, which is good for her, but they gotta kind of scale it back a little bit, keep her like off TV next week. But knowing our luck, she's gonna probably be there next week as well in Toronto to probably say Natty again. This is probably going to lead to Natty turning on her because she's tired of she's probably thankful for now for the help, but she's also like probably getting a little miffed because she keeps being helped by Ronda Rousey, and she's a big girl. She can take care of herself, and it's going to lead to them pretty much turning on each other. But this show is a quintessential how pathetic can WWE get. Roman Reigns has no business in the WWE in the Universal Championship picture. Plain and simple. You lost clean at WrestleMania, and people are like, AJ Styles 2 years ago was given a rematch after he lost clean to Roman Reigns. Yeah, but that's a B-show pay-per-view. Those are excuses. This was the main event of WrestleMania. The main event of WrestleMania. He lost clean. No shenanigans. No help from Paul Heyman. He lost clean. And he has absolutely no fucking right. No fucking right to get a match at WrestleMania. What the fuck is WWE thinking? And then, of course, you want to go with the fucking plants tonight? Are you kidding me? kidding me? The plants. Oh my god. Oh my god. That like you want WWE to actually get this guy over. They're doing a piss poor job to actually get this guy over. Sorry about that. And this does not help the guy. How can you have Roman Reigns be believable when all you're doing is making it worse on him? WWE is not helping Roman, they're hindering Roman. You can't just go and sit there and have something like that and expect people to be like, oh, well, these 4 fucking people right here are cheering for Roman Reigns. Hey, I sit beside him. Let me cheer. Roman. Do they think we're fucking... I know we're sheep. I know WWE fans are sheep. They got biscuit butt over. They've gotten other things over. But that is not the way to go. Plain and simple. That is not the way to go. It's just enough. Seriously, enough. It is time to move on. Now, I fully expect to see next Monday Night on Raw, Roman Reigns coming out to the chorus of boos while he is the new Universal Champion, a title he surely does not deserve to have and has not earned the right to be. So, again, we'll have that on Thursday. Tomorrow night, of course, we will have a SmackDown review show. Wednesday, of course, NXT. And then Thursday, of course, we will have ourselves a nice little Greatest Royal Rumble video. I don't know if it's going to be that long because there's really no build to any of these matches except for outside the Bludgeon Brothers versus the Bludgeon Brothers versus the Usos, because that's a return match for them, as well as Jeff Hardy versus Jinder Mahal, which is a return match for Jinder, and Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns. Everything else is not built at all, including the 50-man Royal Rumble, where they get a trophy. But my name is The Franz. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, comment down below. Find me on twitch.tv/TheFranz08. Damn you, whoever got the Franz first. That pisses me off. And find me on Twitter at The Franz. I will be back tomorrow, as I said. And you guys have yourself a wonderful afternoon, evening, or night. And I will see you guys.